90% of you who watch our videos are not subscribed.
This is number one bullshit.
Subscribe today.
First topic. Sean O'Malley explains why he doesn't like fighting ranked opponents. I get paid the same.
He gets paid the same.
Wait.
So
He's
what?
Talking about Frankie Edgar though.
What?
He was talking about Frankie Edgar
He was talking about Frankie Edgar
because he was gonna fight Frankie Edgar. I think, right?
Let's put this in context. This was an interview with.
When you restart. He can't fight Frankie Edgar.
Why?
They're in two different weight classes, aren't they?
No, Frankie Edgar goes up and down.
Okay, I forgot my ass. Go on.
Yeah, cut it.
No, go on.
Sean O'Malley did an interview, and this was with No Jumper. So do you know No Jumper?
Adam 22.
So he's he's in the hip hop community. So he does a lot of.
Yo, if you're listening to this, bro, I want you to fight me, okay? Bring your gloves, bring your mouth, I'm gonna knock your head off.
He's like 6'3".
I don't care how tall, I'll kick your ass.
Okay. Anyways, he's more of like in the hip hop community. I think there's a bit of crossover with Sean O'Malley in the hip hop community.
6ix9ine, Steve
mainly because of 6ix9ine, right?
Mainly because Steve will do it.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But there's a cross between what does Steve will do it in hip hop have to do?
Steve will do it. Brought 6ix9ine onto the channel, and then he brought Sean O'Malley to meet 6ix9ine. That's how they met.
Okay. Anyways, so No Jumper is they interview like random people from time to time. And he brought on Sean O'Malley. So this is a guy that, the No Jumper guy, who he doesn't really necessarily follow the UFC as much as the guys that are watching this video are. So he's asking a lot of like vague questions, not necessarily questions that you would typically see from like an MMA interview. So I think Sean O'Malley, by this quote, he was trying to demonstrate like how the UFC contract is structured and trying to explain to a guy that's not in the UFC world, the MMA world, how things work. So he's trying to tell him, like, listen, I have a contract, and it's not like a per fight kind of contract where your purse constantly goes up. It literally is. You have an 8-fight contract. Every single one of those fights is the same win, same show and win money. No matter if you win or lose. No matter if you win 4 fights in a row. If you're in that same contract, your win amount is the same dollars.
How come with some guys they're paid more though? Like
so as you get more accomplished in the UFC, more years, they change your contract. So there's contracts where there's no show or win money. There's just $1 amount is the show money, which is not as high as show and win, but it's a guaranteed dollar amount. And then you have another guys are the champions and like big draws. They have show, win, or like one flat fee plus pay-per-view points. So that's where the fluctuation comes into play, where people will get more or less money based off of the performance of the pay-per-view.
Where like in his first year in the UFC, he became champion, remember?
Was the first year? I think it was second year.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. So you're telling me that so his fight contract, let's say it was 4 fights or something like that, right? You're saying from the first to the fourth is the same?
Yeah, the same.
Really?
The difference is the deviation that if there's any is if they win or lose. If they win, they get double their show money. If they lose, they get just their show money. As well, the UFC puts in bonus systems where if you get fight of the night, performance of the night, submission, whatever it may be, that's when you get the deviations. But in general, they have a contract where it's you get this much money if you win, this much money if you lose, and this is how much money you get in total for certain guys. I can't think of anybody from the top of my head. I think Robbie Lawler, after his title shot, he was getting like a flat $500,000 per fight, something like that, or like it was Alistair Overeem. I forget what it was.
Horse meat.
yeah. So Sean O'Malley is explaining to a guy that's not in the sport, like, okay, this is how it works. I don't necessarily get more money for fighting a ranked opponent. However, if you think of it from like a business standpoint or from the UFC standpoint, if you keep beating ranked opponents, the next contract you get obviously is a larger sum per fight. And then as you grow and you become champion, then you get pay-per-view points and stuff like that. So from a Sean O'Malley standpoint, and Sean O'Malley's standpoint, and in the context that he was talking about, it makes sense what he's saying. The other thing he was talking about was Chael Sonnen's school of thought was fight the easiest guy on the highest part of a card. Do you get that? So
like
if you face a tomato can,
like Moutinho. Oh, I feel so bad for saying that. No, like,
no. Why are you saying that? No. If you're facing if you're facing a tomato can, face him on the main card.
Yeah, he did do
right
that.
as high as you can,
do that.
because you're making the easiest money, right, with the most gain.
So like Khabib
afterwards.
versus. Oh, I can't say that either because that's you want him on the podcast. Never mind. Go ahead.
Anyways, so you're supposed to. That's what he's talking about. He's trying to maximize. And from an MMA standpoint, MMA hardcore in the headlines, it might come off as like rubbing people in the wrong way because they want to see him face ranked opponents. They want him to see. They want to see Dominic Cruz. They want to see Cody Garbrandt. They want to see Frankie Edgar, TJ Dillashaw. They want to see Petr Yan. They want to see all this because they're MMA fans. They want to see like the highest level of the sport on their screens. But from like a business standpoint, it makes sense for him to always face the easiest guy on the highest part of the card as long as possible. Continue to grow your brand.
But eventually, he's gonna have to fight someone in top 5.
But I guess he's in a no rush because he was saying every time he fights, his growth, his platform just grows. Like his Instagram, his merchandise sales, all that stuff just skyrockets because of this new burst of fans.
Can I tell a quick story of when I watched the fight live in Vegas?
Okay.
Quickly. Okay, so...
you watched...
Sean O'Malley versus Moutinho.
Moutinho, yeah.
Sick fight. Moutinho has a really good chin. Sick fighter, right?
Oh, yeah. That's what you got?
Yeah.
You can only get that from in person.
FYI.
That information.
But I'll tell you, so when the crowd was chanting... Sean O'Malley,
you were screaming Chris Moutinho.
No, so they're chanting Sean O'Malley. I started saying overrated,
oh
right?
My God.
So all these guys beside me, they're like, "Yo, you're a effing hater, bro. Shut your mouth." I'm like, I'm like, dude, you paid for your seat, I paid for my seat, right? You can't tell me nothing, right?
Yeah.
But these guys, he has a cult. That guy has a cult following him, and whenever he fights, they go crazy. It's weird people too, you know?
Yeah, but you're also at a live event. There's a different different energy in there.
Yeah,
people are drunk. People are having a good time. They're going and seeing their favorite fighters, right? So they're just... it is what it is. You just want smoke.
I want smoke, man.
You want people to scream at you and tell you, shut up.
And fight back.
But yeah, Sean O'Malley will have his time.
How old is he now?
He's still in his early 20s. I forget when.
Yeah, he has time.